Hey guys, I'm Anarchy.
And I'm Goblin Green.
And welcome to another movie review, as the title would say.
Yeah.
We are doing Watchmen. So, let's get into the plot, I guess. That's probably the best place to start.
Fuck me.
Oh my god, the plot is so big in this one. Pretty much, Ozymandias wants to create peace between the world.
Yeah.
So from the very beginning, he's doing that.
By focusing their hatred on
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, on a different thing as opposed to each other.
He wants to bring them together through hate against Dr. Manhattan.
And this is mostly kind of a group origin story too for this kind of people, because they do origin stories for each character. This will be fun.
Yeah.
They talk about a bunch of characters.
Yeah, not
a whole
just
whack load of characters.
Okay, so yeah, the plot basically ends with Ozymandias making a bomb. Well, not a bomb, but you know.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan's exploding.
Yeah. He makes a bomb that looks like Dr. Manhattan did it through Dr. Manhattan's energy, because they recreate.
But it's not a squid.
Dr. Manhattan's
it's not a squid.
Not a squid. You know what, guys? This is better than the squid. I'm sorry. I've read the book and the comic book. I've read and watched them like 23 times, and I've got to say, out of all the parts in the book and the movie, there are some parts the book does better, and there are some parts the movie does better. This is one of the parts the movie does better. I'm sorry. That's just it.
But the squid is the most important part of Watchmen.
Yeah. For me, I would have rather had the characters been done well, which they did, than the squid be in there. If the characters were horrible and the squid was in there, I probably would have not liked the movie. Anyways, so that's the basic plot. Let's get into the characters.
Yay, characters.
So let's start with the main one.
Rorschach.
He's kind of nuts and insane. And let's start with the look of him in the movie compared to the comic book, because we're going to compare this to the comic book, and I think it was spot on. Even from the little button thing that was sticking up, that was in the comic. It was perfect.
Didn't he have purple pants in the comic? I think he had
don't
purple
remember.
Pants.
I think it was just because some of the color.
Yeah, in the comics, I think he had purple pants, and then this one he had brown pants. Oh
my god! No, it was still awesome.
Yeah,
he still looked awesome. I mean, if anything, he looked cooler with the brown. If you're gonna go to this movie, be prepared for this guy to call all women sluts and all that stuff. Feminists, get ready.
He doesn't care. Men can be sluts too. He doesn't like gay people either.
Yeah, he doesn't like homosexuals. He doesn't like people who like sex, even in general.
Yeah. Doesn't like a lot of things.
And he smells, apparently.
Yeah, there's good and bad, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no middle. There's good and there's bad.
Yeah, there's no in between.
That's what makes his character very his morality is very black and white.
Yeah.
Like Rorschach.
Yeah, like Rorschach's mask.
Yeah. So that's.
And no compromises with him at all. Not one single compromise.
You fuck up once, and he's like, "You're garbage. Go die."
Okay, let's get into my favorite character. Now,
Night Owl. No, I agree. It's great.
He was a very good character. I would have liked to see his backstory, though. Like, actually see a flashback of his backstory.
Yeah, but they did a bunch of flashbacks to backstories, right?
I know, but come on. If you're going to do a group movie, you got to kind of have
I know.
The only explanation we get is his dad. And the real story behind his dad is his dad was an abusive.
Yeah, but remember, this movie...
Yeah, I know.
For some reason, Warner Brothers hates it when your movie goes on 3 hours.
Yeah.
And even in the alternate cut, there wasn't an owl.
Exactly. They should have had an alternate cut or something that showed a flashback for Dan. The only real scene that we got for just Night Owl was the Holmes Mason dying scene in the reaction. Mm-hmm. And that was cut from the movie.
Yeah. I guess they wanted to focus more on Dr. Manhattan, because he had a very huge...
He did.
They explained his
He had a very big story. I'm just saying, if it's going to be a great movie, it should be equal parts. Right?
I know, but the thing you gotta remember is a movie, and if you explain each individual character...
Maybe show it at the beginning during the times are changing part, where it's just so a man beating like Dan as a kid or something, you know?
No, that was for the Minutemen.
I know, but there are some Rorschach scenes in Night Owl.
Yeah, I know, at the end.
That's what I'm saying. You could have had one of those scenes or something. Night Owl, very cool character again. He's based off Blue Beetle and Batman.
Yeah, the combo. Okay, so...
I love Night Owl from the first time I saw him. And I love it because he's got that kind of, like, charm to him, you know? And he's also got that nerdiness. But when I look at Night Owl, I go, that's what I would be like if I was a hero. I'd be that nerd who just, like, loves all this technology, and he's got the glasses when he's not a super. He just looks like such a dork, and it's awesome. I love it because, like, they took Clark Kent, they took Batman, and they kind of mishmashed them together, and he's just this awesome character.
Right. The next character is Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
So I like their take on Superman.
Yeah.
Pretty much, because they basically talk about because Snyder's kind of interpretation of Superman in the movies has been he's a god or whatever, right? And
and he follows that closely.
Yeah. And in Dr. Manhattan, it's more expanded. He's a god, but he's so much so that he actually doesn't give a shit about humanity because it's only a small planet.
He's lost his humanity, guys.
In a whole universe.
Throughout this movie, you see him really lose his humanity. It's already kind of almost gone at the beginning of the movie, but he just loses it, especially after Laurie breaks up with him and Shaq's up with Night Owl.
But the thing is, it's understandable with him.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he's being an asshole. It's basically, he's basically transcended. And he can see everything. Okay, so next character. Let's talk about the comedian.
Oh, boy. This character. Now, there's going to be some hate for this character because, well, he raped Sally Jupiter.
And then shot a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
But it's to be, his character's supposed to represent humanity and how we can do all these horrible things and yet still laugh.
Yeah.
And be funny.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. His life is a joke.
That's the comedian.
His life is a joke.
Yeah.
Everything's a joke to him.
So, I think he was handled very great. I love the actor.
Oh my god, Dean Morgan. He
just fucking killed it.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, guys. He's a...
Okay, so Silk Spectre.
Yeah, Silk Spectre. Very strong female character, I find, but she's having trouble dealing with the fact that the world's going to destroy along with Dan. They're both scared, very scared.
And her mother were handled very well.
Yes. The relationship was very good. I was surprised that young of an actor could play Sally Jupiter and actually portray someone who's older,
Yeah.
Because she is very young.
Yeah.
And she did a magnificent job. Definitely. Because they had to cut out a lot of scenes from the comic book with her and her mom talking, because her mom and her talk for a lot longer time.
Yeah, I know.
And you get to see that her mom and her don't agree on things. Laurie hates the comedian and hates that he did this to her mom and raped her and stuff, but she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, they do talk about it in the first. At least they have one talking scene where she's like, I don't like the comedian, but I like him at the same time. That kind of thing. Yeah. So it's very cool. Okay, so next character, Ozymandias.
This is a very good character, and there's a lot of talk around him when you're discussing him as either a villain or a hero.
Yeah.
The thing I think about it is I like it's kind of like the Zod thing, where he's not really a villain in his eyes, but to the rest of the Watchmen and the world, he is, probably.
Even Dr. Manhattan doesn't consider him a villain at the end.
Yeah. But I'm saying, Night Owl and, Rorschach and Silk Spectre, they would consider him a villain. But himself doesn't consider...
Because he basically said, fuck it, let's think of it in terms of math.
Yeah.
Right? He was
he's logic. He's very logical.
Yeah. He's what would you like? Us to sacrifice a couple million people or the whole planet dies? Yeah. He basically said it's a hard decision, and he actually even says in the movie and the comic, he said it was hard for him to do.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to do it, but someone had to.
Yes.
And he chose to be the one to do it.
Yes. And I really love this character, He's just a really cool character. All the purple he's wearing, the elevator light turning purple. Yeah. He's very cool, and I like how the toy line in the buildings. Yeah. Everything about him is just really cool. You can see he has this persona and stuff.
The best one is when the guys come in, they're like, you can't create renewable energy, blah blah blah. Why are you doing it free? It sounds communist. He's like, I have more money than all of you.
Again, I would have liked a little bit backstory on Ozymandias too.
Yeah.
Him and Night Owl and Silk Spectre's not too bad. She's pretty good because it's pretty straightforward for her.
I mean,
they do have a few flashbacks with her. But those two characters, I feel didn't get much backstory in this movie. And that's kind of a little disappointing to me, but it's still a great movie. I know they're following comic book and stuff, but come on, Zach. You can give characters a little bit of development.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's all basically time constraints.
Yeah.
It's all basically what he chose to focus on.
Yeah.
Black Freighters.
Thank you. Something like that.
It was in the special edition.
Yeah.
They actually did do that. They did film that, and they did the scenes on the streets with the fat newspaper reporter.
I need to see the Ultimate Edition. You do see him die at the end, though?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. And you see him kind of in the movie at parts, but...
But yeah, in the extended edition, the movie has the bits with Black Freighter in it, and they're animated like the comic.
Oh, I see.
So they just...
That's cool. I need to see that. I need to see the Ultimate Edition.
That was very interesting. Did a good job of that, I think. That's kind of what a lot of fans.
Perhaps we'll have an Ultimate Edition nerd talk discussion on it, where we can just talk about it.
The fans wanted the Black Fritter kind of story arc in it, and he at least did it. It's just he couldn't have it in the movie.
Yeah.
So he cut it and put it in the special edition.
It makes sense. Again, are there any other characters? Ozymandias?
Not really. I think this movie stayed fairly focused on the group.
Yeah. We got the old retired guys like Hollis and Sally, and
yeah.
I love the intro to the movie.
Fucking.
Zach with his Easter eggs with the Batman poster and the parents. 300 on the apartment door for comedian. Go watch it if you've never seen them and see how many you can pick out. There's so many in this movie. You can see under the hood book on people's desks and in their houses. It's very cool that he took the actual time to do that.
He did a lot of little touches in the movie.
I was actually watching an interview for the actor who was playing Hollis, and Dave Gibbons came on set, the artist, and he was just blown away by the detail put in the set, all the sets. They were just amazing because it was actually like it was taken from the comic book and put in the movie. And that's what you do, Nolan. You take a comic book like that and you actually pull it and put in the movie, like the Batcave could have been straight pulled.
Like even like Zack Snyder, even when he can't pull scenes from comics, he does reenactments of panels of comics.
What would be your 3 favorite scenes in the movie?
In Watchmen?
Yeah, in Watchmen.
The beginning scene, definitely.
Yes, I agree with you.
And that's including the comedian, the fight scene with the comedian, and the whole like song.
Yeah.
And with the Minutemen. The next scene I really liked was the scene with Mullock and comedian.
Oh yeah.
When it was Mullock and comedian was kind of depressed and drunk and stuff like that. I found it a bit humorous because Mullock is just sitting there in his bed and the comedian just walks in and starts like crying. He's like, "Help me!"
And third scene
has to be the end battle, including the part where Ozymandias is like, "I activated the bombs like a half hour ago." That's probably the best part of that. Is like when he's like, "You think I am some kind of comic villain?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my plan and then not have it done already before you get here."
Yeah, definitely.
So he activated it. The only thing they were missing was in the comics. He was like, "I did it! Yay!"
So for 3 favorite scenes, I'm gonna ask: are scenes that were excluded and put in the Ultimate Edition count? Do they count for this?
I mean, yeah.
Can we count it? Okay,
sure.
We count.
I mean, Hollis Mason one, his death would be probably 4th, but yeah.
Okay, so for me, it's the first one, obviously. The second scene that really got me, and this is from the Ultimate Edition, is Hollis Mason's death and Dan's reaction to it. I really love Night Owl, and I'd love to see him get dark for like 2 seconds, but he still refrains back to the light.
Like the night!
He's playing with the line, you know. He almost crosses it, but he doesn't. It's a really cool scene. I love it. Oh, it's such a good scene. And then the third scene would have to be, I have to pick an action scene because, you know, there's not many action scenes in this movie. There's only like, what, 4? Yeah. They're not huge major ones. And I would have to say Night Owl and Silk Spectre in the prison hallway. I love that scene because I finally got to see my favorite character do something. It was nice. You don't get to see, the thing is, if you're going to a movie and you're expecting this to be like the Avengers or Batman versus Superman or anything like that, don't expect it to be like that. This is not like that. There's not much hero action in this movie.
Yeah, but even if you have the comic fans, it's still too much.
Yeah. But I'm saying people
in comparison to a lot of other
comparison to Avengers and stuff. There's not that much action in this movie. Like there's definitely some in there, and when they do give action, they give it.
Yeah.
But there's not that much. There's not like every 5 seconds where like Spider-Man and the Avengers are just battling it out in Civil War. There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's very very short but awesome. And when you do get an action scene, it's like very rare, and it's like yes, this action scene is like perfect. I would prefer quality in this case over quantity.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's almost it.
We talked about the setting.
Oh yeah, that's about setting. Very cool. I like the look of it.
The city looked amazing.
Like it was supposed to be New York and whatever.
Yeah.
But it looked different.
Yeah.
Like it looked distinct enough to be like from a separate timeline.
I also love the blimps.
You can't get blimps in the Dark Knight, Nolan.
But we get it in
Watchmen. Thanks, Zach.
I loved it. I thought it was an excellent looking movie. Everything, every prop, every set piece, everything was just phenomenal. I loved Night Owl's cave with Archie and the 2 suits, and I loved the city. I loved the way the houses looked. I loved everything. Everything about this movie screamed a comic book movie.
Yeah.
It was very well done. Very good job, Zack Snyder. You really know how to take a comic book and make it into a movie.
That was his.
And I enjoy that about
it. That's what he wanted to do.
And I love that he wanted to do that. And I think he's very good at it. And I love it. I love his Man of Steel. I love his Batman vs. Superman. I love his Watchmen. Dr. Manhattan looked like Dr. Manhattan. It was awesome. Yeah. It was so good.
So I gotta give the special effects team fucking round of applause.
Give everyone just a round of applause.
Yeah, everyone. Good job.
Everyone get on in there.
Good job.
Yeah.
So
we get the Nerds United approval
seal of approval.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great movie, great effects, great story. A great interpretation of the comic book.
Yes, definitely.
I know people are pissed off because they couldn't get exactly what they like exactly the comic book, but then it would be a fucking long ass movie.
And it felt some people wouldn't enjoy it because of the look of some things. You know, like Night Owl's look changed and stuff. But I think for the better.
I think we should do a little thing. Let's talk about the changes from comic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's talk costumes first.
All right, so
because some costumes were major changes and some were very minor.
Now let's start with Dr. Manhattan. Because he's the easiest one to do. So, at the beginning of the comic book, I don't know if you noticed this, but Alan Moore actually intended this. At the beginning of the comic book, he actually ends up wearing, like, clothes. And throughout the movie, he starts to lose clothes because he's losing humanity. And that's a very important part, and I don't think Zach covered that part because he just didn't have time, right?
Yeah. Also, there were a lot of wieners in the show.
Go in the movie and do a wiener count. 1.
Wiener count! 1 wiener! Yeah, but, yeah, so let's talk about, so we already went over Rorschach's costumes.
Rorschach's costume was, like, probably the closest. Night Owls, they got rid of, like, the neck thing that went down and, like, made him, look like a flying squirrel.
And they changed his snow costume.
Yeah.
Where's changed the snow costume?
And they got rid of the scooters. Oh
where's the scooter?
Oh my god, no.
Where's the octopus and where's the scooter?
I honestly prefer the look of it. The winter costume is so funny.
Did you put the winter costume?
It's not actually for combat. It's just for him walking around.
That's because I'm cold.
It's like Batman. I have a winter suit that can fight. It's like now. It just keeps me warm.
It keeps me warm.
I'm warm now.
Keeps me warm during the winter nights.
Anyways, it was great though. I preferred the changes to Night Owl's suit honestly better. I prefer.
You don't like the big fluffy?
The reason why I love it so much is because when he's not a superhero, he's a total dork, and when he is, he actually looks like a badass. It shows that anyone who puts on a superhero suit can look like a badass.
Yeah. Let's talk Silk Spectre. Didn't really change much. They kept the retro costumes.
Yeah. Well, no, they did change it.
Well, yeah, they did change.
It was originally a skirt.
Yeah, no.
And they made it more like a suit.
Yeah, no, I mean, like the retro costume that her mother wore was like from the comics.
Yeah.
But the new one was more.
Yeah, definitely. And they gave her heels, which I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense, but it's comic book, so.
Yeah, whatever. That's what I always wonder with like women with heels in comics.
Like, how fast can you run in heels, women? Leave comments.
It really depends.
Time yourself running into heels from across the room and let us know, actually. Like, I'd like to know how fast. If you can run really fast in heels, then wow, that's awesome.
That's why I always prefer in comic books when they give them boots.
Yeah.
Because like I always like it when
it just makes more sense.
When Catwoman has boots. Because in her series in the New 52, she had boots.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like
it's probably more comfortable.
It is
it's easier to move around.
Especially like you get more protection with boots too. With high heels, they always.
But honestly, I think Silk Spectre wears them to kick people in the face. She's not exactly Catwoman where she's climbing on buildings.
True. True enough. I'm just saying.
I think it depends on what you're doing as a hero or villain.
Yeah. She wears Crocs.
They're all just wearing Crocs. Rorschach comes in wearing Crocs.
They're comfortable. You look lame. I don't care.
Okay.
I can see Rorschach wearing Crocs down to the dumpster.
Just like socks, Crocs with socks.
Crocs with socks.
Crocs with socks.
So, comedian, they changed.
They changed his mask and they made his armor look more like armor instead of cloth.
They didn't have his like weird sexual leather mask with the nose sticking out.
Yeah.
And
I honestly think it was fine.
It's cool.
He looked good.
He didn't look like a total sex offender.
Yeah. And his suit looked like armor, which was kind of cool because he was working for he was in the army and stuff, and he killed JF Kennedy. And
awesome. Yeah, his armor was really good, and he still kept the cigar and still the button and everything.
He still had everything about him. They just changed a little bit of him, and it wasn't anything too major. Like, oh my god, now he's like pink.
Let's talk about the biggest costume change. Ozymandias.
Oh yeah, Ozymandias.
They really changed his.
Well, they didn't really. They kept the colors and they just gave him nipples.
I know, but like in the comics, in the comics, it's more fabric.
Yeah.
And more, it's way more old looking.
Since you're an Ozymandias fan, do you prefer the movie or do you prefer the comic? Or do you prefer things about both of them?
I like both of them.
Why do you like
in their own way? Because the one that they made in the movie very screamed modern comic books,
and it felt the theme of the rest of the superhero suits, like Night Owl. You could tell that they were,
But the thing about the comics is it's just like. You guys love the classic.
Yeah, yeah.
And even in the before Watchmen comics, it looked fine.
Yeah.
But I do, it looked good as a kind of a cool little costume. I mean, I could live without or live with it. And they still had the halo in the movie.
Yeah, they did. They had.
It just didn't go over his forehead. It went around the other way.
I think it was a very cool costume choice, and
I mean, honestly, the draw with Ozymandias is not his costume. It's his
presence and how he acts and his attitude towards life and his.
His costume.
They got the pyramid and the fact that he loves, Egyptians.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
loves their mythology.
Obviously, there's other changes. Let's talk about other changes, like little details that they probably missed. Like Ozymandias' fortress.
Yeah,
it's supposed to have a giant garden and stuff, and it's supposed to have all this.
And they didn't get the Laurie and Dan comforting each other scene again. Where's the other sex scene? No, I'm just kidding.
We need more sex scenes. But
and where's the witch?
And
or I did it. Sorry. And then the talk after too, where they're like. Where Oz is like sitting in front of his glowing orb thing, and Dr. Manhattan walks up the wall to it.
Doesn't he talk with Night Owl and stuff for like a solid couple panels?
Yeah.
Before he's like, oh, by the way, I killed everyone.
Yeah.
And this one, they just come in and try to fight him.
Yeah, I would have liked to see a bit more of an even fight because they are all mortal. I know that Ozzy would obviously win. I'm just saying. Yeah. Give, like, at least Night Owl, like, one shot in and Rorschach one shot in.
Yeah.
Just one, so they don't look like babies fighting against this god.
And it's the same as in the comics, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they did get a few hits in the comic. Did.
But,
I would have liked to see that, just to make... It makes Night Owl and Rorschach look like these useless fuckers that can't take on, like, anyone.
Yeah, and then there's Ozymandias being able to take on
like
Dr. Manhattan.
Maybe the one move Night Owl could have had is when he grabs Ozzy by the neck, actually just throw him over, because that's a really powerful move, and then Ozzy gets up and kicks him in the leg.
I like the laser pen.
Yes.
I cut off a part of a chair.
I would have liked to see more gadgets from Night Owl. I know he has.
He doesn't even throw an owl.
Yeah. It's an owl dart, apparently.
Owl dart.
I don't even know. Or owl knives or something.
He has it, though, on his belt.
Yeah. I would have liked to see him, like, maybe grapple, do something.
But Ozzy would just catch it.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, grapple maybe away from his attacks or something.
Rorschach grapples?
Yeah, because he stole Night Owl's grapple.
Asshole.
Yeah.
He just steals people's shit.
Yeah. Anyways, I would have liked to see some more gadgets because Dan is that tech guy, and I would like to see more tech coming from him. I feel like I get, like, one gadget throughout the entire movie, and that's... besides the ship, obviously, because the ship is an entire, thing. But
it's Jasmine said we're going on 30 minutes. So
yeah, okay, so we should... Let's...
Yeah, so, there were a lot of differences. They didn't have the squid, all that stuff. But, the stuff that they chose to keep were good and stuff like that. So I think we should go to ratings.
Okay, so you go.
So ratings. So Watchmen...
I'm interested to see what you do.
It's hard, because I really like this movie.
I do, too.
I think I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It was a great movie. Not obviously, to me, there's no amazing movie. I don't think I'll ever give a movie a 10.
Yeah.
So, like, a 9 is very good.
Yeah.
But, it was very well done. The acting was good. The tone was good. The direction was good. The story was focused. It wasn't fucking... crazy like Man of Steel. It wasn't like, oh, we're going in the past and now we're in the kid.
Well, they kind of did that.
They did that, but not
based off the comic.
Yeah, not like all the time.
Okay.
So, 9 out of 10. Great movie.
Are you ready? Are you gonna get so annoyed at me? Get ready.
Probably gonna give it 10 out of 10.
No. A 9.9.
Oh my god! Just give it a 10.
No. It doesn't get a full 10 because there are some things, minor things, but there are things with it that don't make it perfect. Yeah. But it's still an amazing movie, and go watch this movie. Go watch it. If you didn't go watch it in the theaters and you haven't seen it, go watch this movie. Go.
Who watches The Watchmen?
We do. Round of applause. And let's.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Buy it on Blu-ray. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Watch this movie a billion times.
Just a message for all of the hardcore Watchmen fans who hated the movie. Fuck you.
It was an amazing movie, guys. Get over it. And
yeah.
this is Anarchy, bringing you the chaos.
And this is Colin Green, bringing you nothing.